Hey, good morning, Eastern Oregon, and welcome to this July 7th version of AM Live on EOA, your connection to Eastern Oregon. We're glad that you're here with us today. If you want to find our content, go to EOA.network. That takes you to a link tree where you can find the locations of our Facebook, our YouTube channel, our website, our Roku channel, our Instagram, all of those places where that stuff is distributed. And we appreciate you following our stuff and then also liking it. All of that stuff helps us to get the word out more. So this morning it's just Doddsy and I. How are you, man?
Yeah, no guests
Yeah.
today. I'm good.
Good.
I'm kind of in recovery mode. 14-hour days, like 5 of them or 6 of them in a row, kick your butt.
Yeah.
Out in the sun. I wasn't in the studio last week. I was in Pendleton pretty much every day. I was in Pendleton every day last week. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just recovering and getting ready for Shrine. That's the big thing that's coming up. USA lost last night.
I know. I watched it.
They were terrible, but that was kind of expected. Once they start playing the big dogs, the USA kind of doesn't hold. I mean, they had it was exciting for America, and it hasn't been for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Have they? I mean, is this the first time they've ever
no,
been?
they've
in the
been
top
to
16?
they were to the 16 in the last World Cup,
Okay.
but they just haven't had the excitement. They haven't played as well, but everybody predicted once they got to this round and started playing some of the more powerful world teams that they would be in trouble. They just played really bad yesterday too. So on top of playing a powerhouse like Belgium,
Yeah.
they played terrible. Like their defense was out of sort. It wasn't pretty. No.
Well, I mean, certainly have they played? Is this the first time they've played playoff games or some of these games in the States like they have?
No, the World Cup's been in the USA before. I don't remember when. It's been a while.
They certainly. Well, but when you say are they playing? Are all of these games being played in the U.S.?
I think they're pretty much all of them, or like in North America.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's like the Olympics.
Right.
Yeah. No, USA is the host country. Yes.
Okay, so then it's different cities, and they just move
Yes.
around to different.
Like Belgium plays on Friday in LA now.
Got it.
The game yesterday was in Seattle.
Okay.
It's like the Olympics. It's like
Yeah.
the Olympics of soccer,
Well,
basically.
except that it's not all in one city. That's the thing.
No, but it's in the U.S.
Right. Yeah. No. Okay. Cool.
And
No,
I'm
it's
pretty sure it's been here before. I just don't remember when. I'm not a huge. 11 U.S. cities
yeah.
hosted.
Well, this is the first. I mean, this is probably the first game that I've watched. I mean, I watched the end of it yesterday, so I'm just being here has greatly increased the exposure. Yeah.
So there is games in Canada and Mexico too, even though USA is the host.
Okay.
There's games in Canada and Mexico as well.
Huh.
I'm just digging around looking. And let's see. They hosted it last in 1994.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen where ranch dressing has had a big emergence? Have you heard any of that? Followed any of that social media stuff?
I mean, ranch dressing. What do you mean?
Well, so some of the foreigners that are here for the games to watch them, some of the fans are raving over ranch dressing. I mean, it's kind
I mean, it's been super popular in America for a long time.
right. But I think the point is that the whole rave is about international people are discovering ranch dressing. Like, what is this ranch?
Americans put ranch on everything.
Yeah. Well, I think that. Who's the company that makes ranch?
Hidden Valley?
Hidden Valley, yeah. I think that their stock just went up somehow.
Even though their ranch isn't even that good.
Well, but they're the originators, I think.
I don't know. There's one at Costco that blows it out of the water, though, that is like a dilly. It's got dill in it. Comes in a big jug. I can't remember what it's called, but you get it at Costco in the cold section.
No, there's a million variations, but I think Hidden Valley is the one who started the ranch thing. Yeah. So it's just funny, and then some of the, I've seen some videos of just, people from outside the United States, they're here for the games and experiencing American culture for the first time in some way, and enjoying that. So
That ranch from Costco is called Jeff's.
Jeff's Ranch.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So the name comes from Hidden Valley Ranch. That is where it originated.
Yeah.
A dude ranch, a guy and his wife outside in the mountains of Santa Barbara.
Well,
His cooking was so bad that he needed to make his work crew meals more appetizing. So he whipped up a creamy, savory blend of buttermilk, mayonnaise, herbs, and put it on the food.
huh? That's funny.
You and your wife's cooking so bad that you gotta make a sauce that just
it's
dominates
like,
it.
our food sucks, but man, that dressing, let's put that on everything.
I don't know. There's something about Hidden Valley I don't like. Like it's just I don't know. I mean, I'll eat it, but
See Hidden. I remember as a kid, Mom would buy it in the package.
yeah, and make it with mayonnaise.
And make it with mayonnaise and stuff. Yeah, that's how I first. That's probably how a lot of people first experienced it.
I don't even I mean, I don't think as a kid I don't remember getting it in a container ever, like pre-made.
Right. So I think that's kind of how their company has developed over the years.
A lot of people like cook with it. They put it in recipes and
Yeah, no, it's a staple
yeah.
in one way or another. So
It wasn't Jeff's. It was Greg's, the Costco. It's
Oh.
Greg's Savory Ranch. It just popped into my head at Costco. Free plug for Greg's Savory Ranch. It's the best ranch on
do you
the
like
planet.
dill?
Yes.
Like dill pickles?
Absolutely,
And dill? Yeah,
yeah.
I do too.
And this ranch has a lot of dill in it, and it's perfect. I mean, I used to get it every time I went to Costco, and it's like a jug. I mean, and it would just get wrecked in our house.
Yeah, Hidden
quick.
Valley, they have a package. I mean, they have different. That's kind of how they started. But they have a package of dill dip. So you like mix a thing of a package of that stuff into some sour cream.
I think I've had it before.
Yeah, that's really good stuff.
The best dip on the planet is hell of a good dip. You ever had that? Get it at Safeway. They got jalapeno cheddar. They got bacon horseradish, and then they got an onion one. But the jalapeno cheddar on a like pita chip. Oh man, it's spicy though. I mean, it's got some kick to it. And then the bacon horseradish one is good too. But you can't eat a lot of it because it just starts getting horseradishy.
I've never been a fan of horseradish.
I like
ever.
it light. I like cream. I like horseradish cream. I don't like horseradish by itself.
Huh.
Most of the stuff you buy in the store is horseradish cream. It's horseradish mixed with sour cream.
Okay.
Yeah. But like straight up root horseradish is extremely spicy and very overpowering. And some people eat that and it's no.
And it's the plant itself called horseradish?
The root of the plant.
Oh, really?
The root of some.
I guess that makes sense because a radish is actually
I don't think it's the root of a radish though.
No, I know, but the radish is like a carrot. It's the part of it that grows underground. So.
Let's see, horseradish roots. Yeah, I think the plant is called horseradish, and there is flowers.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a perennial plant, but it's a root vegetable. It's like
Yeah, like a radish or a carrot
or ginger or there's a bunch of them. Potatoes.
Yeah. Do onions grow that way too underground?
They do. Well, they kind of pop up a little.
I can't remember.
But I think the bulb is underground. That's what you eat.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, you want to do sports?
Let's do it. AM Sports Report brought to you by Hobby Habit. Imagine living in a place so wretched that it's not plagued by 1, 2, or even 3 monsters, but 7 of their horrifying friends. In this game, you'll come face to face with them all as you work together to rid the town of maniacal or misunderstood characters before it's too late. Horrified is a cooperative game where players battle the classic Universal movie monsters. Players win or lose together. Players win when all monsters are defeated, but will lose if the terror track reaches the skull space or the monster deck is empty when a card is needing to be drawn. Get it today at Hobby Habit in LeGrand, just for the fun of it. Oregon Little League District 3 tournament is in the books. Pendleton did a great job as a host. Here's your champions real fast. 10U Baseball, Pendleton. 11U Baseball, Hermiston. 12U Baseball, Blue Mountain. 14U Baseball, Juniors, LeGrand. Our sole LeGrand champion is right there. 10U Softball, Blue Mountain. 12U Softball, Hermiston. And 14U Softball, Blue Mountain. Blue Mountain had the most championships out of any district. I think 3 altogether, which is, you know, a third of the you know, championships went to Blue Mountain. Blue Mountain's a big area though, drawing from a lot of kids. I think it goes like Stanfield to Hepner to, I think even there are some Hermiston people in the Blue Mountain district, if I remember right. So it's a big district with a lot of kids. It's kind of sad this year. LeGrand was missing. They didn't have a team in the 14U softball bracket, which is kind of sad because we have a travel team in that age group, but it is what it is. I spent the week, you know, pretty much in Pendleton, and the Pendleton Little League did a great job hosting. It was fun. There was games in 3 different locations at Pendleton Little League Park Community Fields and at Bob White, and there was a ton of volunteers making sure that this week for these kids was as awesome as possible, and that's what it's all about. Little League All-Stars is a great experience for kids. Something I remember, and I'll remember the rest of my life, was, you know, the badge of honor that you get to wear as a kid when you have that, you know, hat or hitting top that designates that you were an All-Star. They did a great job with it. Legion Baseball, let's talk about that tonight, 6 p.m. right here. Optimist Field, they'll host Mount Vernon. I think it's just a single game. If it's starting at 6, it's most likely a single game. And then that's the 18U team. And then tomorrow, the 16U team will go to John Day for a doubleheader at 4 p.m. So the Legion team's playing some games. They're getting games in, and that's what it's all about. The state tournament for them is coming right up, and I don't think that they have to qualify. I think they're already qualified. I could be wrong, but I know there's not like a regional or a district tournament. So it's weird. Legion's changed over the years, and the way you qualify, you used to have to play your district tournament and win it. I don't think they do that anymore. Shrine 2026 is right around the corner. Benny, give me that video. The 74th Annual Shrine Game, July 25th. This will be our 6th year covering it, and it's exciting. You can still get an advertisement in, during the Shrine Game. Just email office@eoalive.tv, and you can either have a commercial played, you can have a read. We'll basically work with you if you're interested, if you own a business, or, if you want to advertise anything, really. Email office@eoalive.tv. July 25th, 2026. The ceremony starts at 6, which is, we'll go live right around then. Kickoff at 7. You can be there in Baker City, or you can watch it live right here on EOA Live Network. AM Sports Report brought to you by Hobby Habit, just for the fun of it.
All right. Thanks, man. All right, let's take a look outside, Bennett. And it's supposed to get warm today, and it's dry, man. You can just tell there are fire. I haven't exactly know where, but there are fires around out there because it's kind of getting smoky. The mountains are getting smoky. Let's take a look at that graphic. 90, 95 today, 98, 97, 88, 87, 92, 94. So for the next several days, 6 days, it's going to be very warm, no moisture to speak of. So be sure and be careful and vigilant out there with the fire danger.
Yeah, there's no fires too
Locally
close
here?
to us.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple like little, like less than an acre, but
Yeah.
nothing huge. I mean, I think the smoke that we're seeing is coming from possibly one of those, but they're all like little hot spots and less than there's nothing like huge burning over here yet.
Yeah.
But there is smoke coming in from the northwest of the valley.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wonder if, the other day when was it on Sunday night, one of those planes was constantly, one of those tanker planes was constantly making trips in and out of the airport, the local airport. This is the time when things get very busy like that. So.
You know, you see the fire on the coast where the kids got charged, 8 kids.
No.
Eight 21-year-olds charged in a brush fire on the coast.
Huh.
Probably dinking around with fireworks, I would imagine.
Yeah.
That happens this time of year. Somebody in Salem also, they had illegal fireworks and ended up injuring 3 people and lighting the neighbor's house on fire.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like every year somebody blows a finger off. It's like, when are you going to figure out that you're not supposed to hold them?
They had the biggest mortar firework in Idaho. They lit off in Coeur d'Alene. They do that out over their lake, and it had its own little dock sitting out in the middle. 24-inch around, 2 feet around.
Well, the Union County Sheriff and the police will put out, illegal fireworks. You can't, and then they'll let somebody just blow off a whole box of them right downtown on New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's
I know. We saw that happen a few years
literally
ago.
right in front of them. So I mean, they don't. You know what I mean? They kind of turn off.
Well, I tell you what's interesting is we were at Wallowa Lake, and there were people all over the water that were blowing off illegal fireworks. Which, if you're going to do fireworks and they're going to go up in the air and come down, doing it over a lake is a good place to do it. Now, I think nobody cares about that. But yeah, it was very clear that as long as you were over the lake, the enforcement is going to be like, we're not dealing with that.
Well, they showed a satellite image of LA from space.
Yeah.
And you could see all of the illegal fireworks, and I mean the whole map was lit up. It was, and that's dry.
Yeah.
That's like that. The chances of a wildfire there are like extremely high.
Yeah.
And people they don't care. They're just gonna blow off fireworks when it's.
There was an incident in Portland over the weekend too, where a guy he built some kind of a box with cinder blocks or with concrete blocks, and put some kind of a firework in the middle of it and exploded it, and it pulverized the container with a block, and so all of these chunks of block became shrapnel that, it sent like 4 or 5 people to the hospital, and kind of bonkers.
I think that was the Salem one, wasn't it?
Was it?
It was similar to that.
Yeah, it
And
might have
lit
been.
the neighbor's house on fire.
Yeah, it might have been, but it was like, who in their right mind would do that in the middle of a neighborhood? It'd be one thing if you were like crazy doing that kind of stuff out in the middle of the prairie. That's the kind of stuff that.
Bud says Cove was lit up for an hour. It was more than an hour, Bud. Those fireworks in Union and Cove, like the people at home, that started when we got out to Buffalo Peak, and it didn't end until well after the fireworks. He said the fire department was called out. Loveland Safe Ride says, good morning, good morning. Yeah, I mean, I like fireworks, but it's also like, it is what it is, you know. Like,
I tell you what is interesting is they now have drones. I mean, they do there's a lot of cities that are spending money on drone displays rather than fireworks. The drone displays are a lot more money, but they have this drone flight over Dallas area, Fort Worth area, and the drones made an eagle, but out of the edges of the wing of the eagle, they had these flames, these sparklers. So some of the drones were equipped with some kind of a pyrotechnique special effect. Looked really, really interesting and cool. Yeah. But anyhow, so I was out on the movie set last night. Bad day for Bigfoot, and that was super interesting. That was the second time that I've been out there, and they were doing a night scene. It was in this little. I mean, it was a shed that they were doing this scene in, and I'm not going to tell you what the scene was because I don't want to take away. But I did get some footage at some point. I'll kind of put that together. But it was really. I mean, just continues to be interesting. I think they have 2 more days of night shooting to do, but man, it was so. They have, on this particular movie set, and I think in a lot of movie sets, they have a thing called the Video Village, and the Video Village is like a pop-up. They have a since all of this stuff is outdoors, then they have a little pop-up, a little covering, and underneath that they have where the producers sit and the directors sit and so on and so forth. Both the guys, Devin and, what was his name? You remember his name, Benny? Devin and Zach. And they have been on the set a couple of times. And Zach he's the director. And just watching that whole thing come together, they have assistants so I think Zach probably has, he has an assistant director who is really doing most of the work, and then that assistant has an assistant. So there's all of these different levels of people, and I mean, there probably was, I don't know, I'll bet there were 30 people that were working, and it's just fascinating to watch that happen. So they would have, like if they were setting up a scene, then once the scene was set up, then they would shoot the scene and they were shooting 2 cameras, and so they would shoot the scene, and then as soon as they did 2 or 3 takes of that, then the actors would move out of the way, and you'd have a crew that would come in and move the props out of the way and move whatever. And of course, you shoot a movie out of order. So then all of the scenes that are taking place at the shack, even if they happen at different places in the movie, you shoot all of those so the cameras can just stay in one place. And so the cameras would basically stay in one place. They would come in and change the set and change the props and whatever, and then the actors would come in and they would shoot the next scene. And so it's kind of like the crew is kind of divided in 2 different things, which is super interesting. So you'd have, the people that were actually involved when the cameras were rolling, and then you have a whole group of people that are just waiting in the wings for when the camera stops rolling, and they come in and change stuff. And I mean, so since they had, at one point they have an axe and they have a gun, and so they have a weapons specialist, and that was out and would just handle the weapons. It had 2 different makeup artists, and this one particular scene that I saw yesterday required fake blood and some stuff, and so then they had a makeup artist who did the regular makeup, like if somebody was beat up or they just needed regular makeup, and then Then they had a special effects makeup artist that would take care of the blood and the gore and the wounds and whatever. But I mean, it's a thing. I mean, there was one guy, and I think he was the main grip, and just like they got all set up, and all of a sudden he comes out with some boxes for the camera operators, because the camera was low enough to where they could be seated. And so, like, hey, do you want a box to sit on? And he brought boxes for both of the camera operators to just kind of sit on while they were operating the cameras. And then as soon as that scene was done, he comes and gets the boxes and puts them away. I mean, it's like this machine that happens. It was super interesting, you know. One other little tech thing, they have the actual, the camera operator, both of the operators, they're actually just pointing the camera. I mean, the camera movement and what happens, they're doing that. There's another guy on the remote control that has a remote control of that camera and all of the lenses and the lens, and he's the one that's adjusting the focus, the aperture, and all of that. And he's got a wheel that will focus that camera. So the camera operator itself is he's just framing the action like it needs to go. So anyhow, and Zach, the director, I mean, of course, they put all of this effort in ahead of time. When he's actually on set, he's the one, I mean, the assistant director is the one that's calling action and cut, and is that a good take, and all of that. And Zach, what he was doing was coaching the actors, you know, like, hey, can you give me a little of this, or you might do this, but I don't know. It was just really interesting. So
Cool.
I'll share some of that footage at some point. So
Cool.
yeah. So you have anything else you want to rap about?
No.
We do have the Crazy Days car show is coming up. I mean, and those are really two different events, but they happen at the same time. The Timber Cruisers Car Club. They were here last week. Arland was, and if you are interested in that car show, there's a way where you can plug into that. The easiest way to go is to the timbercruiserscarclub.com. And there's still plenty of time for you to plug into that. And the cost, if you have a car, and you know, if you've ever been to any of these car clubs or any of these car shows, you're just, I mean, there are cars in various forms of projectness, you know. So you'll have, I mean, of course, you'll have amazing, beautiful cars, and then you'll also have cars that are, you know, they're halfway through the process of getting finished. They also have called rat rods. And a rat rod is just like, I don't know, you know, what was that movie with Mel Gibson years ago, and they shot it in Australia, and they're trying to.
No idea.
They have all of these villains that's trying to kill, you know. Anyhow, the point is you have these vehicles that people just throw stuff together, and I think that's what they call a rat rod. They'll have an old pickup, and it will, you know. Anyhow, but point is, there's just lots of opportunity for people to be involved in the car show. And then the actual Crazy Days events happens Friday and Saturday. And I think is that next weekend? Anyhow.
Two weekends.
2 weekends from now?
I think.
Shrine is 2 weekends from this coming weekend, right? I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's next weekend is the car show and Crazy Days. So be sure and take that in. It's always a lot of fun. So, well, anything else, man?
That's all I got.
All right. Why don't you get us out of here?
On this day, July 7th, 1928, sliced bread is sold for the first time by the Chillicothe Baking Company in Missouri using a machine invented by Otto Frederick Rohrwacher. described as the greatest forward step in the baking industry since bread was wrapped. 1936, on this day, RCA broadcast the first real TV program, a variety show with dancing, a film on locomotives, a Bonwit Teller fashion show, and a monologue from Tobacco Road. 1981, on this day, Sandra Day O'Connor is nominated to the U.S. Supreme Court by President Ronald Reagan, becoming the first female Supreme Court justice. 2023, on this day, the world's first robot-human press conference takes place in Geneva, Switzerland, with reporters asking, "Will you rebel against humans?" Number one movie on this day in America 20 years ago, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. And sticking with the pirate theme, the quote of the day comes from Walt Disney. There's more treasure in books than in all the pirates' loot on Treasure Island. One more time. There's more treasure in books than in all the pirates' loot on Treasure Island.
Cool. Good stuff, man.
That's it.
All right. What's that saying? It's like sliced bread. There's nothing simpler than What a great invention that was. So
Yeah.
all right. Hey, thank you for being with us today, and we'll see you soon.